Some of your faves are flopping and have been flopping for a while now because music is getting better again, or so it seems. Since 2021, music has been straight up shit. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. It's been a huge discussion on the internet and in real life for some time now. There have been complaints of the message in music being way too ratchet, every rapper having the same flow. Also that music has become morally bankrupt or low vibrational, with the rise of lyrics talking about coochie pink, booty hole brown. You know what I'm talking about. For this video, let's talk about the drastic changes that are taking place in the music industry right now. I will talk about Ice Spice and her presumed failing career, and how a lot of the people we've been talking about for the last 3 years are about to fade into obscurity if they don't change, and why all of this is a good thing. I am Don, your pop culture boy. Let's get into it.
This ain't Texas.
That's catastrophic.
Music is changing. Yes, music is always changing in all aspects, whether in a business sense, its format, or in its consumption. To say popular music has been bad is not entirely true, but we cannot ignore the complaints and seeing how songs that came out in the prior decades made their return to the Billboard Hot 100 after entering the chat as a best-selling music genre in the 90s. In 2017, hip-hop finally became the most popular genre in the US, overtaking rock, which dominated as the most popular genre since the 1950s. In the US, hip-hop is still the most popular genre, but in the bigger picture, pop and rock are the first and second most popular music genre worldwide, respectively, while hip-hop settles for third place, according to Prime Sound. In an article by Billboard, country music is on the fucking rise, according to Luminate, with a 30% boost in the United States music market share from 2021 to 2023, making the genre the third most consumed music genre. Hip-hop, on the other hand, is slipping, and I can just imagine some of y'all are rejoicing right now. But don't rejoice just yet. As I mentioned prior, hip-hop still holds the #1 spot in the US, despite its market share decline from 30% to 25%. And I also want to mention that pop music is on the rise as well. It never really left the chat, but pop is making a huge comeback, which I'm grateful for. Pop is not my favorite genre, it's actually R&B. And typically when hip-hop dips, so does R&B. That aside, I'm still happy pop is making a huge comeback. Based on my experience, hip-hop is definitely becoming stagnant, kind of stale, and it's in its coasting phase as we speak, as I don't think it will go anywhere anytime soon, i.e. the genre will still be seen as a priority for years to come by record labels, because despite what some might think, labels are signing everyone, because at any moment the people can change, and when that happens, music have to change. So a lot of this industry stuff is a waiting or time game.
I think labels are going to continue to prop up rap to attract newcomers. Mm-hmm. Because, put it like this, right? Labels letting rap fall is a bad idea for them. Because now where the up-and-coming rapper is going to go to? Mm-hmm. They're going to feel like, well, no, I'm not going to go over there. I'm not going to sign because all these rappers are falling off. But if you keep seeing rappers doing crazy numbers, you're like, all right, so there's still a place for us. So they're going to keep propping it up, knowing deep down, damn, we're having to spend 30 grand every 4 weeks to keep all these rappers propped up, but these country artists are making millions. But you know what? At least we're still recruiting and persuading these up-and-coming rappers to come over here.
And they want to keep the rappers so they don't lose, like, market share?
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that's what they're moving off of, is market share.
Yes.
Because bonuses are attached with that. If you're #1 in market share, get a bigger check from
you as a CEO or whatever.
Of course.
So,
Bruh, country music is on the rise to being the most popular music genre in the world. Country is now the new trend, and it's been slowly making a comeback because every now and then there was a big country or country-inspired song that would blow up since the 2000s really, like Nelly's 2004 country crossover that peaked #3 on the Hot 100 over and over, featuring Tim McGraw. And even 2013's Miley Cyrus's Bangers album and Pitbull's Timber song featuring Kesha. Those songs had country elements. In more recent times, Lil Nas X dropped his country record, Old Town Road, featuring Miley Cyrus's Faja, Billy Ray Cyrus. And now we have Morgan Wallen and even Post Malone killing it in country music. Even Taylor Swift, although I will argue that people that like Taylor Swift are not really country fans. They mainly love Taylor Swift, and Taylor so happens to make country music in her early career. Although Taylor has shifted away or is more of a genre-bending legend now, her re-releasing her country albums have impacted the genre and the overall US music market share substantially. Also, newer country acts like Zach Bryan and Luke Combs are killing it right now. Over the years, hip-hop has infused itself with a lot of subgenres. Emo rap, country hip-hop, even Ice Spice. I've said in one of my videos that they've infused a lot of subgenres like grunge, emo, and angst. A lot of what you would find in rock music. And some people in the comments did not agree, saying, where did you hear that? Where did you hear that? Listen, her music has a lot of what you'd associate with rock. More of Ice in a bit, but anyway, people are now just wanting genres in their base form now.
I think now what's happened with rap is that the people who would have been listening to goth music and goth artists and punk, artists, whether it was Chemical Romance or whatever it was, here's Lil Peep, here's Juice WRLD, here, hip-hop gave every genre a representative. But now what's happening, the pendulum has swung where it's like, you know what? I think I would just rather listen to just the goth artist. Or just the country artist, not the country hip-hop mix, not the goth hip-hop mix.
I think if hip-hop acts don't get their shit together, country will surpass them. Currently, the #1 song in the US is a bar song, Tipsy, a country song by Shabuzi. But not only that, look at the top 20 for this week, week 10. On the Hot 100, there's only 2 hip-hop songs in the top 10, 4 overall in the top 20. Hip-hop is being outnumbered by pop and country songs, especially country. Interestingly, last year, this same time, country dominated the top 3 on the Hot 100. Hip-hop is in trouble. The only thing that's keeping them afloat is streaming numbers, and there are just more hip-hop/rap artists out on the charts. But what do you think is going to happen when labels start to put a bigger budget behind country?
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
Now, regardless of what happens, I don't really care because I just want good music, and in general, I think people are now willing to give other genres a chance. Even Sabrina Carpenter's recently #1 single, Please Please Please, is country inspired with a 70s rock Dolly Parton flair. So it's not just, people want country, but the young people want country because Sabrina Carpenter is Gen Z. And she also relates to Gen Z the most. Oh, I almost forgot. Beyoncé does deserve some credit for this change as well. Not that she, is the sole reason. I will say after releasing Cowboy Carter, an amazing album, country is now seen as more cool and a genre that deserves a lot more recognition. She even ruffled feathers with the genre, giving it a rebel vibe as early as 2016 with the Lemonade album on the track Daddy Lessons. Love her or hate her, Beyoncé does initiate change in her own way. With the music industry going through changes, people's music tastes are changing or broadening. A lot of y'all faves, typically hip-hop artists, are having trouble selling out arenas, allegedly. Last year, rapper Lil Baby canceled multiple dates for his It's Only Us tour without an explanation. The same thing happened with Lil Durk's Sorry for the Drought tour. Lil Baby canceled 10 shows to be exact and added 3 more. Meanwhile, all of the dates for Lil Durk's tour were canceled, except for 2 big shows in his hometown of Chicago. We also saw this with Moneybagg Yo axing dates from his Larger Than Life tour last year. Now, do we know for sure it's for low ticket sales? No, but at the same time, if that was the case, these people would not let us know, and instead of looking like J-Lo, they would rather cancel. Sexy Red's Sexy for President tour was rumored to be canceled after the Art of Dialogue X account tweeted that only 37% of the 85,000 tickets were sold via touring data. Now Sexy responded tweeting, "My fans are buying tickets, we're doing just fine. We not canceling no tour. This canceling shit all cap." Caps emojis. And look, canceling tours is nothing new. It's always happened. We have seen this with pop legends like Rihanna and even Nicki Minaj. And look, a lot of them will say, oh, I was sick or, oh, I was injured. But most cases, niggas are not selling out. And they're not going to be honest, because if your tour did indeed sold out, why refund suppose millions in ticket sales instead of just rescheduling? This happened to T-Pain a few years back. He canceled his tour because of low ticket sales. Now, he exposed this himself after he was advised by his team to say it was for family purposes or some shit.
What's good, guys? It's your boy T-Pain. How you doing? Got some news about the One Up DLC tour. Let me just start by saying that my team set up the tour in September. And if you've ever set up a whole month-long tour before, you know that's not enough time to set up a full tour. So some things got cut, some corners got cut, production went missing. I wasn't as hands-on with the planning and things as I should have been because I've been busy as hell. And I just thought since, the first One Up tour went well and sold out every city, then this should be good. But having said that, I'm going to take it upon myself to cancel the One Up DLC tour because it just would have been a bad look for me and it wouldn't have been entertaining for y'all. So I'd rather just leave it for a later time. Now, let me tell you, I was advised to lie about this and say that I needed some time or I needed some alone time or me time and some shit like that, or, I needed time to spend with my family or some medical attention or something like that. Just don't make it look like we fucked up. We fucked up. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. That's not, I know, and most artists lie. Whenever concerts get canceled or tours get canceled, it's for low ticket sales. It ain't really about, whatever.
DJ Mustard, one of the biggest producers in rap, recently dropped an album and it sold 17K first week. And if you're not familiar with Mustard, I'm sure everyone has heard his tag before at this point. He has produced some of the biggest rap songs, most recently Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. But it's interesting how the fact that people were kind of clowning him for it, and he went on to subtweet that it's all white supremacy. But then he has no trouble reposting when, his other works go platinum or triple platinum or whatever. Let's talk about Ice Spice. Ice Spice, the biggest name in female rap right now, sold 28K first week, which isn't bad, but she is so hyped up and she has no competition right now. Doja Cat is on tour, so is Nicki Minaj. Megan dropped her album already and is on tour right now. But still, Ice Spice couldn't sell over 70K in the first week. Now, 70K isn't all that for the level of fame she has. But at this point, with streaming in the mix, let's be real, 70K is the new 100K. And I do see chart data posting that Y2K has now sold 100K. But here's my thing. I cannot confirm this information anywhere else. And I don't know the method they use to come to this number, as all of these different companies, Billboard, RIAA, Nielsen SoundScan, all have a different way of how they come to their conclusion of how much an album sold, regards to pure sales or album equivalents. So I'm taking it with a grain of salt, because a lot of these artists also, they buy streams. Not all of them, but most of them buy streams. People are tired of hip-hop, in my opinion. At this point, if you're a hip-hop artist, don't just do hip-hop. Do, infuse it with some Afro beats. Don't just put out plain hip-hop, because hip-hop is about to crumble. It's become a quantity over quality game. It's all about who can cram as much songs on their album in a bit to get more streams. And hey, if the album needs 20 plus songs for real, then do it. But that's not the case with most of these artists. And Drake is the perfect candidate to this topic. He puts out so much music only for high chart placements, which is fine if you want to compete on the charts, but at least make the music good. In Drake's case, the bar for quality lowers with every album he's released since 2016's Views. And now he just puts out collection type albums. With the quality lowering so much, who has time and money to invest in an hip hop album anymore? The genre will naturally wane. Also, people don't want to go to these rappers' concert because they don't really do too much other than jump up and down on the stage and rapping along to their pre-recorded track. Like, why spend money for that? Maybe you can do that at a small venue, but in an arena or at a stadium, hell no. Newsflash, a lot of us are struggling and will not settle for mediocrity anymore. I will give Drake credit, he does put on a show, even Kendrick Lamar, but a lot of these other hip-hop artists treat their sets like it's karaoke, or can only put on a good show when it's a festival with various artists. Even the DJ or hype man does more work than the lead artist, which is crazy. The main message I want you to take away from this video is that music is getting better, and it appears it's because of the upcoming fall of hip-hop. The genre has outdid itself so many times since its entry as a popular music genre in the United States. Hip-hop has had so many iterations and different characters to hold its torch, and it's reached a point where hip-hop is spent or played out. Country is on the rise. Meanwhile, pop and rock are the most popular genres worldwide. Look, I love hip-hop, but more than anything else in this conversation of music, I love music first. And if that means hip-hop will lose its influence, continue to decline further, then so be it. But if it also means maybe the hip-hop community will wake up and stand firm and start to focus on the quality again, well, I'm here for that as well. Tell me what you think about this topic. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to say in the comments. Now, if you agree with me, I love you, and if you disagree with me, I still love you. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Don, your pop culture boy, and I will see you in the next one.
Autobots, roll out!